Work it out for me. All the things I can't see. Lord, I'll trust you and believe. 'Cause I know you will work it out for me. Work it out for me. All the things I can't see. Lord, I'll trust you and believe. 'Cause I know you will work it out for me. Open up the door. Lord, you know what I endure. But I'll trust you and believe. 'Cause I know you will work it out for me. Work it out for me. All the things I can't see. Lord, I'll trust you and believe. 'Cause I know you will work it out for me. So, y'all, it's so many things that we have to ask God to help us with, right? And I know a lot of times we can feel like that we don't have control over some things. Like, why do I keep messing up? And I feel like that too, because me and my brother, we work on this diet and stuff together. And some days I will do good, and some days I fail. Some days I may feel like, wow, why do I keep messing up? You see what I'm saying? But that just lets you know that we're not perfect. You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times the enemy will try to come and he just say, look, just give up. Look, you a failure. Just give up. The enemy will try to make you feel like you a failure. But you have to tell that devil, you got to look that devil in his face and say, you a lie. You a lie. I'm not going to give up. God is going to bring me through. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the most important in situations like when you're trying to get delivered from something. It's important for you to stay away from the wrong people. You see what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize that's so important. You see what I'm saying? To watch who you surround yourself with. You see what I'm saying? I know it was one entrepreneur. He said these wise words. He said that you are basically uh, you're like an estimate of the 5 people that you keep surrounded around you all the time. And that's the reason why people will tell you to try to seek out people that's doing better than you. I know it's kind of like a lot of people don't like to be around people that's doing better than them because some people may be jealous. But even with doing my podcast and stuff like that, I had people that encouraged me to do it that's been doing ministry for years. You see what I'm saying? So God could actually get more glory out of you when you can focus and when you can be around people that'll help you get to the place where you know you need to be. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times our breakthrough is doing ministry. I know you may be like, doing ministry. Everybody ain't called to do ministry. I'm just like, and people look at ministry like it's you have to preach on the pulpit. Or you have to be out there giving out tracts all day. You know, I believe this ministry is doing what you were made to do. Ministry is showing the love of Christ in the way that God has ordained you to do it. Right? Ministry is drawing souls to Jesus Christ. Right? So you don't have to look at it like it's all just in this box. God can use you in the way that he desires to use you. It's so many different ways to reach people. You see what I'm saying? But one thing you have to do is pray and ask God, God, what do you want me to do? Because a lot of times the Lord been done putting something on your heart already, and you just being hard headed. You being disobedient. And you know, one of my mom's friends, before she died, that's what she told me. She said, Ada, you know you called to ministry. I think matter of fact, she died the next day. She said, you know you called to ministry. And she said the thing is you've been running for a long time. She said you've been running from what God has called you to do. And I'm just like, what is this lady talking about? She don't even know me. I was just like, what is she talking about? And I just was like, okay, and I just kind of, I don't know. It was like I didn't brush it off, but it was like, at the time it was just like I was just like, okay, well, I don't know. And sometimes when people tell you that could kind of be your response, like, I don't know. But the truth is, we're not supposed to know because God does the work through us. So you can't look at yourself and think that you're not good enough to do ministry or that you're not good enough to tell people about Jesus. You're not doing it anyway. God is doing it. Right? So you have to step outside of your own understanding, right? And let God do the work. You step aside. And this is the prayer that I pray before I even do anything. I tell God, I said, Lord, let me sit down and you stand up. You see what I'm saying? And I ask the Lord to speak through me. You see what I'm saying? So the Bible tells us to first of all, God's strength is made perfect in our weakness. So wherever we fall weak, God is strong. And we have to know that, look, stay away from the wrong type of stuff. I don't care if it's pornography. I don't care if it's the wrong videos online, on TikTok. I don't care if it's the wrong people in your ear. I don't care if it's the wrong person that you're talking on the phone with. Because, it's a such thing as spiritual exchange, right? And when you have like a spiritual exchange, this song getting on my nerves. But when you have a spiritual exchange, you can basically be talking on the phone with somebody. You It depends on how tapped in you are to the spiritual realm too. I will say that. It depends on how tapped in you are. For you to even notice this. um Different things that you watch. It's just like, I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes when it would be horror movies, I can't remember. I think it was The Conjuring 2. The Conjuring 2 came out. And when people was in the movie theater watching the movie, some people actually got possessed by demon spirits just from watching it. So you have your gates to your spirit is your ears and your eyes and other places, your sexual organs, gates to your spirit, right? So guard these gates. Guard yourself with the blood of Jesus. You see what I'm saying? And be mindful that we are just spiritual beings having a natural experience.